You wake up, and right there, in that first moment, you make a choice. A choice that will decide whether today becomes a step toward order or a slide into chaos. Most people have no idea what they're doing wrong, and that is the problem. Let me tell you something. Your morning is not just your morning. It is the foundation of your entire day. And if you get it wrong, everything that follows will collapse. You will feel tired. You will feel lost. You will wonder why nothing works. And the answer is simple. You destroyed your day before it even started. Today, I am going to tell you the 8 mistakes that are ruining your life. These are not small things. These are patterns that keep you weak, confused, and stuck. And I am going to show you exactly how to fix them. This is not theory. This is practical wisdom that you can use right now. But here is the deal. You have to take responsibility. You have to admit that maybe, just maybe, you have been doing this wrong. And that is hard. It is much easier to blame the world, to blame your circumstances. But that will not save you. Only the truth will save you. So pay attention, because what I am about to tell you can change everything. The first mistake is hitting the snooze button. And this is not just about losing 10 minutes. No. This is about lying to yourself. You set an alarm because you know you need to wake up. But then, when the alarm goes off, you ignore it. You make a deal with yourself and then you break it immediately. What does that tell your brain? It tells your brain that you cannot trust yourself, that your word means nothing. And so, you start the day with betrayal, self-betrayal, and that weakness follows you everywhere. You wonder why you cannot stick to your goals. Well, you cannot even stick to waking up. Fix that first. The second mistake is grabbing your phone the moment you open your eyes. You reach for it like it is oxygen. And what happens? You flood your mind with other people's chaos, messages, news, social media. None of it matters. None of it is urgent. But you let it into your head before you even know who you are that day. You give away your attention, your focus, your energy, and attention is everything. If you do not control it, someone else will. The algorithms will control it, the news will control it, and you will spend the whole day reacting instead of acting. You will be a puppet. And that is no way to live. The third mistake is not eating properly. Either you skip breakfast completely or you eat junk, sugar, processed food, carbs that spike your blood sugar and crash you an hour later. Your body is a machine, and if you put bad fuel in, you get bad performance. This is not complicated. You need protein. You need fat. You need real food. Because your brain runs on energy. And if you starve it or poison it, you will feel foggy, irritable, and weak. And then you will make bad decisions all day. You cannot think straight on an empty stomach or a stomach full of garbage. The fourth mistake is not having a plan. You wake up and you just drift. You ask yourself, what should I do today? And because you have no answer, you do nothing important. You waste time. You react to whatever comes at you. And at the end of the day, you feel empty because you accomplished nothing meaningful. Chaos is the default state of life. Order must be created, and order starts with a plan. Even a simple plan. 3 things you will do today. Write them down. Make them specific. And then do them. This is how you take control. This is how you build a life, instead of just surviving. The 5th mistake is avoiding the hard thing. You know what it is. The task you dread. The conversation you need to have. The work that requires real effort. And instead of doing it first, you push it away. You do easy things. You check email. You scroll. You pretend to be busy. But you are just hiding. And that hard thing, it sits in the back of your mind all day. It drains your energy. It makes you anxious. It poisons everything. The only way to win is to face it immediately. First thing, when you are fresh. When you are strong, slay the dragon in the morning. Do not let it chase you all day. The sixth mistake is staying inside your own head. You wake up and you start thinking, worrying, ruminating. You replay yesterday's mistakes. You imagine tomorrow's disasters. And you spiral because your mind, left alone, will torture you. It will create problems that do not exist. It will magnify fears. It will trap you. You need to get out of your head and into your body. Move, stretch, exercise, do something physical. This breaks the loop. This pulls you back into reality. Your body knows things your mind does not. And when you move, you remember that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are alive. The seventh mistake is starting the day with no sense of gratitude or meaning. You wake up feeling like a victim, like life is a burden, like you have to drag yourself through another pointless day. And if that is your attitude, then yes, it will be pointless because you are choosing to see it that way. You have to choose meaning. You have to remind yourself why you are doing this, what you are grateful for, who depends on you, what you are building. This is not fake positivity. This is orienting yourself toward what matters. Because if you do not know why you are awake, you will go back to sleep. Metaphorically and literally. The eighth mistake is rushing. You wake up late, you panic, you run around, you forget things, you leave the house stressed and scattered, and that chaos follows you. You cannot calm down. You cannot focus. You are already behind. And so you spend the whole day trying to catch up, but you never do. So what do you do? How do you fix this? I am going to give you 3 pillars, 3 principles that will transform your morning and, by extension, your life. These are not quick fixes. These are deep changes, but they work. If you implement them, you will see results immediately. The first pillar is order through routine. You need a morning routine that you follow every single day, not sometimes, every day. Because routine is the antidote to chaos. Routine creates structure, and structure creates freedom. I know that sounds backwards, but it is true. When you do not have to think about what to do next, you can focus on doing it well. Here is what your routine should include. First, wake up at the same time every day. No snooze. No negotiation. Your alarm goes off, you get up. Second, make your bed. This is a small victory. It tells your brain that you are in control. Third, do not touch your phone for at least 30 minutes. Guard your attention. Fourth, drink water. Your body is dehydrated. Fix that. Fifth, eat a real breakfast. Protein and fat. Eggs. Meat. Nuts. Something that will fuel you properly. Sixth, spend 10 minutes planning your day. Write down the 3 most important tasks. And make sure one of them is hard. The thing you want to avoid. Put that first. Seventh, move your body. Even if it is just stretching or a short walk. Get the blood flowing. Now, you might say, I do not have time for all that. And my answer is, you do not have time not to do it. Because without this foundation, your whole day will collapse. You will waste hours on nothing. You will feel terrible. You will accomplish nothing. So you either spend 30 minutes building order, or you spend 12 hours drowning in chaos. Choose wisely. And here is the thing about routine. At first, it will feel hard, uncomfortable. But after 2 weeks, it becomes automatic. It becomes who you are. And that is when the real power kicks in. You stop fighting yourself. You stop deciding. You just do. And that consistency builds discipline. And discipline builds a life worth living. Take responsibility for your state. The second pillar is taking responsibility for your state. Your emotional state, your mental state, your physical state. You cannot blame your mood on the weather, on your boss, on your family, on the news. Yes, those things affect you. But you are still responsible for how you respond, and that is where your power is. Visual. Most people wake up and they let their feelings drag them around. They feel tired, so they stay in bed. They feel anxious, so they avoid the hard thing. They feel irritable, so they snap at people. But feelings are not commands. Feelings are information. And you can choose what to do with that information. You are not a slave to your emotions. You are the master of them. So here is what you do. When you wake up and you feel bad, acknowledge it. Say, okay, I feel tired. I feel stressed. I feel unmotivated. Fine. That is the information. Now, what am I going to do about it? And the answer is, you are going to do what needs to be done anyway. You are going to act despite the feeling. Because action changes feeling. You do not wait to feel good to act. You act, and then you feel good. This is the secret that weak people never learn. They wait for motivation. They wait for inspiration. They wait to feel ready. And they wait forever. Strong people act first. They drag themselves out of bed. They do the hard thing. They move their body, and the motivation comes after. The feeling follows the action, not the other way around. And when you take responsibility like this, something amazing happens. You realize you have more control than you thought. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not helpless. You can change your state by changing your behavior. And that is true power. That is what it means to be an adult. To be a sovereign individual. Aim at something meaningful. The third pillar is aiming at something meaningful. You need a reason to get out of bed. A reason that is bigger than comfort, bigger than pleasure, bigger than avoiding pain. Because if your only goal is to feel good, you will never feel good. You will chase pleasure and it will always disappoint you. You need something to work toward. Something that matters. This does not have to be grand. It does not have to be saving the world. It can be providing for your family. It can be building a skill. It can be becoming someone you respect. The point is, you need a target. Because without a target, you wander. You drift. You waste your potential. And that is a tragedy. There is nothing worse than wasted potential. So ask yourself, what am I aiming at? What am I building? Who am I becoming? And then, every morning, remind yourself of that, write it down, say it out loud, look at it, because the world will try to distract you. The world will offer you 1,000 easy paths. And if you do not know where you are going, you will take those paths. And they lead nowhere. But when you have a clear aim, everything changes. The hard tasks make sense. The sacrifices make sense. The discipline makes sense. Because you know why you are doing it. And that why gives you strength. It gets you out of bed. It keeps you going when things are difficult. And that is how you build a life. Not by avoiding suffering, but by choosing suffering. That means something. So let me summarize this. You are making 8 mistakes every morning. You hit snooze, you check your phone, you eat garbage or nothing. You have no plan. You avoid the hard thing. You stay trapped in your head. You feel no gratitude. And you rush through chaos. And these mistakes are destroying your life. One day at a time. But you can fix this with 3 pillars. First, establish order through routine. Build a morning structure that you follow every day without negotiation. Second, take responsibility for your state. Do not let your feelings control you. Act first. Feel better after. Third, aim at something meaningful. Know why you are doing this. What you are building. Who you are becoming. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds hard. This sounds like a lot of work. And you are right. It is hard. It is work. But you know what is harder? Living a life you hate. Waking up every day feeling weak, lost, and powerless. That is harder. That is suffering without meaning. And that is the worst kind of suffering. So you have a choice. You can keep doing what you are doing. You can keep making these mistakes, and your life will stay the same. Or it will get worse. Because time is passing. You are getting older and you are wasting your potential. Or you can take responsibility. You can implement these pillars. You can fix your morning and you can start building the life you actually want. And I am telling you, if you do this, everything will change. Not overnight, but gradually, week by week, month by month. You will become stronger, more disciplined, more focused, more capable. You will look back in 6 months and you will not recognize yourself. That is the power of small changes, done consistently, aimed at something meaningful. So here is my challenge to you. Starting tomorrow morning, implement one routine. Just one. Wake up at the same time. Do not hit snooze. Make your bed. Do not check your phone for 30 minutes. Pick one. Master it for 1 week. Then add another. Build this slowly. Build it solidly. Because you are building a foundation. And foundations must be strong. Your morning is your life. Get it right, and everything else follows. Get it wrong, and you will struggle forever. The choice is yours. Take responsibility. Establish order. Aim at what matters. And watch your life transform. Now go. Stop watching. And start doing. Your future self is waiting